Hello, everyone. I have no idea what time it is. I know it's not early morning. I'm still having my coffee actually. But basically, what this video is about it's about me and my life and what I'm doing right now and uh, why you haven't seen that much of me. Uh, been doing some experimenting with AI. I love doing it. I mean, it's creative. I take my ideas and put them into some kind of form, and YouTube gives me that privilege to do so. Now, granted, some of the AI is not perfect, and you can find some flaws. But by the way, there's coffee talk, um, and pretty much everything that I say uh, in these coffee talks is really basically how my life is going and how I feel and so forth. Um, but of course, in my emotions are not. Even though I can sit out here and laugh and carry on with my daughter and stuff and have fun and sit here and watch movies if they're funny and laugh and whatever. But the emotions that I need and the feelings I need to um, carry on with life is not working the best. There's just too many issues um, that go along with living tiny, for one thing, and living alone. And somebody as independent as me don't want to have not. It's not that I have a hard time asking anybody for help. It's just that I feel like I shouldn't have to ask anybody for help. I should be able to do it myself. So, and everybody else is too busy anyway. And I feel like I should have enough money that if I want something done, fixed in here or done differently, that if I can't do it, then I should be able to have the money to pay somebody. So, and the last time I actually talked about the camper at all was my shower had broken. And I have no way of taking a shower. And for me to clean up, first of all, let me tell you, everything in this camper is way too high for me. The kitchen sink is way too high for me. The cooking stove is way too high for me. That whole counter is too high for me. The cupboards above is too high for me. And then when you go into the bathroom, everything's too high for me. And so for me to try to do what I would need to do to clean up is a chore, a very big chore. So I have to constantly be trying to figure out how I can make it work easily for me so I'm not wore out. Because once I get wore out, there's nothing, I just don't feel like doing anything else. And if now, as far as moving furniture around and stuff like that, I can get that stuff done. But and then I can do a little bit of building if that's what you want to call it. But gotta have tools to do more than what I'm able to do, but um, still, you got to have the room to be able to do that. And me trying to use my creativeness to arrange things and get things done that are going to work for me. Which, like when I first come in here and I was having some issues with stuff, my daughter said, "Well, she could she could live in there and without changing anything." Well, well, first of all, you're younger than me, and I when you get older, you need things to be a certain way for it to be comfortable for you, especially if you have leg issues and that kind of thing. And if you can't reach anything, if it's hard for you to get in the shower, to take a shower, if it's hard for you to uh, use the bathroom sink to even wash off your face, because it's so high that by the time I get through, I've got water all over the place. So, but anyway, needless to say, uh, she tickles me because I mean she's wonderful. She's a wonderful lady, but uh, they went and bought a camper, and they've got it out at the campgrounds. And I'll guarantee you, she thinks just like I think, and she didn't really need to make any changes for them to enjoy being in there. But the backsplash behind on their kitchen sink and the no, maybe not the kitchen sink, where they do the cooking. She wanted to change that, so she got in there. So she's got the same uh, ongoing creativeness on the inside of her as I do, and when you see something you don't like and you can change it, you're going to change it. Well, anyway, so here I am battling with dog hair on top of that, on top of everything, battling with my hair that's fallen out, which I haven't had a chance to wash it. And the kitchen sink is way too high for me to be able to wash my hair in that. I can't I can't get my head up there to do that. Um, so I'm always picking hair off of my face and off of my lips and off of my tongue, and um, it's just an endless chore for everything that I'm trying to do to live comfortable, to be content. I'm very grateful. Content and grateful is two different things. I'm very grateful for my home, very grateful for everything I've got, very grateful that I can still get up and move around and walk and talk and see, and um, very grateful that I've got food, very grateful that I have the income that between my uh, late husband and my Social Security put together gives me what I get a month. Very grateful for all of that. And but when these issues come up, and I was like Sassy now, she's 126 years old, and she's starting to forget things. She stands and stares out into space, and she wants to snuggle up against me all the time and rub up against me, and I have an issue with that. Um, and I can leave her outside for quite a while, even in the snow. I mean, I wait till she wants to come in most of the time, but there's a couple of times that I make her come in because I know she's out there freezing, because I got to think about her thinking process. And so she can come straight in, and 5 seconds later, she messes on the floor. So I've got to deal with that. And then with the camper being unlevel, naturally that starts flowing the down the floor because it's slanted. So, and then when I get up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom, I have to watch for that. And then I have to make sure I get it cleaned right up because it runs right into the carpet that's right across there. So I had to go out and get me a scrub brush and the dog cleaner stuff up and clean it up and scrub it. I've got to do that, and that gets difficult because the pain in my knees, the pain in my to bend over and stuff like that, and the pain that I've got across my back. Now I do realize that at this point in time in my life, until I figure out and speak healing to my body and eat the right foods and stuff like that, that all takes time. So in the meantime, I have got to not allow myself to get grumpy over it and disgruntled with her and and just okay, realize it could happen. If it don't happen, fine, but if it does, don't get upset over it. Keep myself in peace. And but my big thing is get in the shower, get cleaned up, get my hair washed, and feeling good, letting my body feel good, nice and clean. That will help my psychic to feel good. And and when I know that I feel good within myself, then I'm more motivated to be able to maybe even sit down and formulate a video, um, and know that I'm um, truly being myself on these videos. Now, right now, I am being myself, the raw Joyce, and what you see is a messy hair and um, not been washed and wrinkled face because I haven't got to wash my face in a long time, and I choose not to wash my face because it's too hard. Um, so these are things that I have been trying to work through and get my psychic to a point where I desire to reach out and talk to y'all and um, be creative. And the only thing that I'm able to be creative with is because I don't need to be cleaned up for it, and that's to design my home. And I can sit and do the AI. I don't have to be cleaned up for that. I don't have to uh, feel kind of elated over doing that. I just can sit down and think of what I want to do, and AI will provide it for me. Now, a lot of the AI I do is my pictures. I have to use my pictures to do that. So that's all easy and that's all simple because I don't have to uh, feel good about myself and my appearance and stuff and how I feel cleanliness and stuff like that. Um, so that's what I've been working on. And uh, trying to design my home to where it feels better than what it's ever felt. And I've done it. I've moved my furniture around. I don't know how many times trying to figure out. I had to move it back because I had put my wash machine in the tub out of the way so I didn't have to deal with it. But then, of course, and then I realized I'm not going to feel good about myself at all as far as presenting things that I want to present on my videos, like uh, showing my different outfits and stuff like that. Get up and maybe do a skit or two, which I've been working on in my mind, but I can't do it if I'm not clean, and if I don't feel like I'm presentable for me. And I know y'all don't care, but I care. Just like you all should care for yourselves. And so, but anyway, I've been working on that and trying to figure that out until I can get my shower fixed, or maybe a whole new shower in there, period, where I don't have to climb up over the tub to try to get in. Or find a house someplace where I can sit my camper, use my camper for my studio, and live in the house, and work out of the camper as far as my studio goes. So I've got some ideas going on in there, and and really, people, really, truly, let me tell you something. And I know y'all think this is nuts, but Google it. What clutter can do to your psychic. Clutter really messes me up. And I might have all the creativeness and ideas going on in my head, but if I see clutter and it's not neat, and clutter delves right into my hair, uh, into whether my body is clean or not, whether I can look at my face and not at. I know the wrinkles are there, but there are more wrinkles if I don't get to wash my face. Now I know y'all don't, you younger folks don't understand that, but that's the way my life works. So to me, this is clutter. To me, this is clutter. My body not being clean is clutter, and so clutter can really stop you right here. And but I've got a couple ideas on a couple videos I want to do, but and again, I don't really have what you call a niche. I know I hear some people talking. Well, you got to have a niche. Well, my niche is my realities, how I live my life, and how I get and do, and what my philosophies in life are. That's my niche, because my realities are probably similar to a lot of other people's realities out there. And my niche is, okay, this is my reality, this is how I handle it. Maybe you can handle yours that way too, or similar. So that's my niche, my philosophies and my realities, my experiences in life, how I got through those experiences, how I um, am getting through this thing with still finding out about myself on top of that. So, but coffee talk, I hope um, that you enjoy it. Now, I've got, like I said, I've got a lot more views on my AIs than I do my something like this. Uh, but the younger folks are more into the AI kind of thing, and they I guess they basically like what I can say through the AI, and more can relate to it more that way than by sitting and listening to me tell them. Um, so, but anyway, remember, merry heart doeth good like a medicine, but a broken spirit will dry up your bones. So, if I don't watch, the words I speak and the thoughts I think can very well dry up my bones and whatever. And I do believe that part of the reason, I'm going to say the biggest reason that uh, my channel has done so bad is because, I don't know, there for a while, I was talking very negatively about, like me saying, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to talk. Nobody's watching my videos. And when you talk that way, the energy, the all over energy, the laws of the universe will bring that right back to you because you're putting the words out there. And although I've been trying to explain that to people here on in my realities and my philosophies, a lot of people don't get it and don't understand it. But I was talking that talk and drawing right back to me what I was talking. So from here on out, I'm working on, uh, and it ain't a positive thing. You can say positive all you want, but that no, it's that speaking and that thinking and that feeling, and that frequency you put out from your heart, from your aura, and gets out there and draws more of the same stuff that you're speaking back into your life. So I'm working on not speaking those things anymore, and for my own life, because it is Joyce Walker's realities and philosophies. So hopefully, if I can get a hold on it, maybe I can encourage and influence y'all to get a hold on it too. So Proverbs 23:7 also says, as a man believes in his heart, thinks in his heart, that's the direction he will go. And that's what I was doing to myself. I was believing in my heart that I couldn't speak good, I couldn't do good videos, nobody was watching, that whole smear. And if you'll go back and look at my videos, you'll see that. And so I was going in a direction that my heart believed, and I was speaking it. And then Henry Ford says, if you believe you can, or if you believe you can't, you're right. And the Bible says that. James, now I can't remember what chapter it is, but James, one of the apostles, disciples, said, out of the same mouth comes blessings and cursings. That ought not be so. So instead of blessing myself with the channel and what I was speaking and what I was presenting to y'all, I was cursing myself with my words. And I was speaking with a forked tongue, as the native Indians would say. We speak with a forked tongue. So, but anyway, hope you have a great day. I'm working on having a great day. I'm working on figuring out how I can take a shower, wash my hair, uh, trying to get my clothes washed, that kind of thing. And I'll put up a video whenever I feel inspired to do so. No matter how I look, but I'm still working on how I can make myself, my body, my psychic, uh, and in my eyes look at something halfway decent to me when I look into these videos while I'm recording. So, but y'all have a great day. I love y'all. I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad you decided to subscribe to my channel and be you. Try to improve you, like I'm constantly trying to improve myself. So, you have a great day. I love y'all. See you later.